Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Pasco Laboratories and another exciting event with Pasco Live. And I'm going to tell you in advance, if you've got kids, you know anybody with kids, you've got your parents and you've got children, younger children, grades 5 through 8, you're going to want to watch and you're going to want to share what you see today, because I'm JP, and today the P stands for programmers, and programmers that help us solve problems. And that's what we're going to be looking at. Programmers that solve problems today. And the most exciting part about what I'm going to share today is it's free, or I should say free. That's right. Pay close attention, because today I'm going to share something with you that's free that comes to you because of viewer mail. Now remember, we're live today, so write in with your questions. We're here today, happy to answer them for you. And if you've got questions that you have for me throughout the week, like I've received here, this stack of email that I've received, just go to jkeener@pasco.com and ask your questions away. But I want to start this off with a question that came in from Jack, Sarah, and Lucy. And let me ask this question that Lucy wrote, of many of the questions that came in. Lucy said, I made a program to ask my brother to be quiet. Can you show me more things I can do? Well, that's the program that we did last week when we built a program that I actually asked Heidi to be quiet. And it looks like that Lucy did that same program. So Lucy, I could do that for you. But instead, let me bring in our computational thinking expert, the one who needs to always shh, Heidi Brennan. Heidi, we had a stack.
Yes.
I mean, an honest to God stack of email that came in, and most of what we had came in from kids. So this is obviously a very important thing to children out there, and this whole aspect of like computational thinking is really kind of like surprising to me.
Yes, it really is. The field is growing and growing, and the kids are really getting into this. So this makes me very excited. So if you haven't met me before, my name's Heidi. My background is STEM education. I was a classroom teacher for over a decade. I've supported teachers through the state. I also worked for the State Department developing standards and helping teachers bring STEM into the classroom.
Which is what we need to do, is bring STEM into the classroom. But what we're going to be talking about today is bringing STEM actually into the household.
Yes.
Because you probably don't even realize, or maybe you do, how important programming has become. Even here at Pasco Laboratories, programming makes all the things that you see actually take place. I want to introduce you quickly to some of the programmers that we've got right here in Pasco Laboratories. Let me introduce you to Dawn, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dawn. And let me introduce you to Jason and Osen. Great programmers here at the laboratories. Steve and Adam.
Yeah.
Great programmers here. And Ross and John, great programmers. And these are just a few of the people that connect with programming, because what Heidi and I have learned is that we all end up having to do some programming here at Pasco Laboratories, and that's why it's so important we work with kids. And that's what we're going to do. So Heidi, I am so excited that I'm going to get to work with you on this new adventure with working with kids.
Just kidding. So actually, JP, I'm going to have to ask you to exit the stage here shortly, because we want to introduce Code Node Camp, and I actually have another partner that I'm going to be working with on this. So if you don't mind.
I mind, but for you, Heidi, I'm going to step aside.
All right. I'm going to set the stage for my partner in crime, my compadre, Miss Janet Gomez, who's going to be another camp counselor with me.
Hi.
Hey, Janet, what's up? So I talked about, and JP talked about, how we have people from all sorts of different careers that are working here at Pasco, and my background is education, but Janet, what's your background?
Well, I've been with Pasco for over 5 years, and I'm here. I'm the social media and digital marketing coordinator, but I also do web development and web design.
And let me tell you, that has got to be a challenging career at times, because I think of just our SPARKvue software alone, how the software engineers are constantly doing updates, making things better, putting in new applications. So how do you keep up with that?
I mean, it's always changing, always evolving, so I have to keep up with programs and applications.
So this conversation really sparked us, including the things that kids were asking for. We realized we need to make an offering. So we've come to you week after week as teachers, as university staff, and how Pasco can support you in supporting your students, whether it be distance, face-to-face, and modeling. Well, we're changing it up. Janet and I are going to be here for the students, and we're offering this camp because we thought about it. Like, How old were you? When did you first start learning about programming?
Well, I didn't learn until college,
Uh-huh.
so that's when I got exposed to it.
Yeah, and for me, it came even after that. So here at Pasco, I was like, I got this. And then the learning curve was huge for me because now I'm writing curriculum, that's great, but I'm having to do it in authoring programs where I need to understand HTML. So I really would have benefited if I had been exposed to coding at a younger age. So that's what we are going to offer. This camp is going to be for middle school students and 5th grade students, so grades 5 through 8, ages 10 through 14, and it's going to be introductory Blockly coding because kids need to learn with the block language first, and we'll develop their skills there. Can you tell them about registration?
Well, our first, we have 2 free sessions. Well, one will be October 20th, the other one on the 21st, and it's going to be at 2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time.
Excellent, and you can see the website, we're thinking right above our heads here, where you can register for this free live session. What's great is it's going to be interactive as well. The students will be able to ask us questions in chat, so we're very much looking forward to that. So let me give you an example of one of the things we might do with the kids. So last week, JP and I did a whole Pasco Live on sound. So we did a great demo, things that you could replicate with your students or your kids could do at home. And then we built the shh program. So I developed something really simple here in standard that kind of used the same thinking. I've put in compound conditionals. I did some research with sound levels, and when I start this, it's going to tell me, let me get to that spot. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. So it's telling me that I'm at a good level. Now I'm getting a little bit too loud. You know, what do you think, Janet? Are you loud enough?
Oh, you know I'm always loud.
Let me tell you, her laugh carries. She's on the other side of the building, and I always know when something funny is happening because I can hear her laugh across the room. So that's just a quick example of one of the programs that the kids get to build in camp.
Heidi, you went a little too fast for me.
Okay, I'm glad you mentioned that because there's a lot of different components here. We're not just going to throw the codes at the kids and have them replicate them. We are going to teach them what Blockly is. They're going to understand the blocks, what they're for. I mentioned conditionals, compound conditionals. That can be a little bit tough. So we're going to walk them through that. And we're going to build these programs using onboard sensors that they have on their cell phones and on their computers. Should be pretty cool.
Heidi, what is going to come after that? What's next?
I am so excited that she is teaching this course with me. She's right, there's more, because we always have more here at Pasco. So we have the first free session, which is going to be Introduction to Blockly Coding, or that block language. But then after that, there are 6 more sessions that are going to go more in depth with coding. And they're going to include the code node. We're going to have more information about that coming up soon, but we're also, with this camp, going to bring in those science demos and talk about the concepts that the kids really need to know at the middle school level. So I'm pretty excited.
So am I.
All right, so let's remind them. Where do they go? Online, right?
Yeah.
Register. We really hope to see you there. We're very excited. So let's follow our standard form. Should we bring back Dr. Keener?
I guess we should.
All right. Thank you. All right, I'm moving over. Bring them back in.
And I'm moving in. And Heidi, that looks terrific. That is really exciting. And I am all ready for camp. I'm excited that you're going to be there.
Yep.
I'm excited that Janet's going to be there. And what I'm really excited about is it's free. That's right. If you go to pasco.com/coding-camp and take a look at that website, you'll find that what they are talking about, what they're offering, and all the information that they're talking about here talks about the grades 5 through 8, the lessons, the sessions, and the most important aspect on that website when you go is that it will explain to you the same thing I'm explaining to you. It's free. Those sessions are free. You just sign up now by clicking that button. And I got to tell you, this is a very exciting opportunity for your kids to work with our folks here. And for Lucy that wrote us and said, can you show me more? I can't, but they will. And every single week for those several weeks, those couple weeks, those 3 weeks of coding camp,
3 weeks, 2 times a week.
2 times a week for 3 weeks that are going to be in camp. Lucy, is a great opportunity for you to learn more. Join our camp counselors. So thank you, Sarah. I'm excited for you. Thank you, Heidi. I'm excited for you. And thank you, folks at home, for joining us. This is a great opportunity, and we're looking forward to having you join us in camp. And until then, we wish you all the best of luck, great teaching, and good day.